Our top story tonight, 14 years after the Supreme Court watered down the charges in the Bhopal case, the apex court has taken the first step in possibly changing that. In a very rare move, reopening the case today, the court has issued notices to the 7 accused, asking why they shouldn't be charged for the more serious crime of culpable homicide.
The moment every victim of the world's worst industrial disaster had been waiting for. In a rare move, the Supreme Court on Tuesday reopened the Bhopal gas leak case of 1984 to review its own judgment in 1996 that had watered down charges against the accused from homicide to negligence. In response to a CBI petition to recall the 1996 judgment, the Supreme Court has sent a notice to all the accused asking why they should not receive a harsher punishment.
Definitely it's the first step, and it sends out the right message that howsoever high you are, the law is above you.
The Bhopal gas tragedy had killed over 15,000 people and injured nearly 5 lakh. 25 years later, the trial court gave the accused a minor punishment of 2 years based on the 1996 Supreme Court judgment, leading to nationwide outrage. In a petition, the CBI argued the men behind one of the world's biggest industrial catastrophes should not walk away with a minimal punishment of 2 years, despite ample evidence to show the commission of an offence of homicide.
This order of the Supreme Court is the first step towards rectifying its mistake done in 1996. After hearing all the accused, the Supreme Court will decide whether to restore the stringent charges of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, which attracts maximum punishment of 10 years.
The very fact that the case is being reopened gives me a hope that there would be justice, which has been denied to the victims of Bhopal in the last 25 years.
हम ये चाहते हैं कि इसके लिए स्पेशल कोर्ट बने ताकि एक समय सीमा में मामला निपट जाए.
The Supreme Court's order to reopen the case, though a new beginning for the Bhopal gas victims, the road for justice is still a long one. With Vaidyanathan in Delhi, in Bhopal, Rubina Khan Shapu, NDTV.
Well, let's go straight across to our guest editor, Manini Chatterjee. What do you make of this decision by the Supreme Court today? In a sense, is it something to be happy about? Couldn't this just drag the legal process on for many, many more years?
No, there is a fear that actually it's not such a good thing, because if the whole case is reopened, you know, it might take another 5 years, the way the Bhopal case is dragged on. But I think it's very important, as the lawyer said, that it is a symbolic victory for all the activists, for all the victims, that, you know, justice delayed is justice denied, they say, but justice delayed, at least something is happening. I mean, I think it's also a great boost to activists and civil society and the media, because since the June verdict, there was this outrage, which all of us had been frankly sleeping for the last 24 years. But, you know, I mean, we are as much to blame. But having said that, I think symbols are very important. This is a symbolic gesture on the part of the court. But what about the substantive problems in Bhopal? You know, I mean, for the last compensation, and from what one hears, that toxic material that's still there past 26 years, nobody's cleaned it up. But I think it would be very short-sighted on part of the government to think that, oh, we've made this gesture. I mean, not we have made it, but the state or the judiciary court has made this gesture. And so everything is hunky-dory. It isn't.
That's linked to my next question, which is that, you know, sometimes one gets the feeling that are we too hung up on the past when it comes to Bhopal? You know, asking for Warren Anderson's extradition now, is that in a sense futile? He's more than 90 years old. Or do we just need to focus, like you said, on the substantive issues more than those issues?
No, I think both can go hand in hand. I think to say that that's a cop-out argument, that, you know, okay, let's just focus on the substantive and let's forget punishing Keshav Mahindra or something like that. It is true that Mr. Mahindra himself may not have been personally responsible, but that's what responsibility is all about. The buck has to stop somewhere. And in India, there is very little lack of accountability, especially for people at the top. It's always the minions who get, you know, get punished. So in that sense, symbolically, it's important.